Hi guys, Iron Cameraman is here. Finally, some official and real information about the 72 episode. The thing is that DafuqBoom himself texted me and said that he could answer some of my questions about the future of the series and 72 episode in particular. So I asked him 7 interesting questions that will help us a lot to understand what we should expect in this new arc as a whole. Among other things, I asked about Plunger and Dark Speakerman, and of course I didn't forget about Simp Cameraman and Container. It was not the first time we discussed episode 72, but then it was just my guesses and exposing different fakes, as you remember. But now it's official information, so these 7 answers to my questions will surprise you very much. But today, I'm only going to show you 4 of them. And if you want to see the other 3, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video where I will show the remaining answers. It will be out tomorrow. Anyways, here we go. And let me start with some important information so you know why it took DafuqBoom so long to release the next episode. He wrote to me that he was just resting all this time, as he was too tired after the brain-blowing 70 episodes and decided to take a little break after working on 71 episodes and season 23. But he also added that half of the episode is complete and even mentioned that the first leak will be released this week. Well, because of that, he suggested me to ask him questions so that viewers won't get bored and have new information. Now let's get right to the first question. I asked him, in episode 72, will we see where the Titans flew to? He replied that no, that will be in episode 73. Judging by that answer, it's not too clear if we won't see the Titans at all in episode 72, or if we just won't be shown where they go. In my opinion, it's more likely to mean that the Titans won't be in the next episode at all, and we'll only see them 1 episode later. And I've been thinking about this, and if you remember, we assumed they were going to G-Man, because TV Man Titan said the phrase, and taking into account that Astro Toilet followed him, and he, as we know, is much faster than Titans, it is possible that we will be shown exactly the conversation between Astro Toilet and G-Man, and only in 73 episodes, Titans will join. But again, we got to know when that would be, but we didn't get 100% confirmation of who TV Man Titan meant. I have another interesting theory that he could also be talking about a secret agent. Think about it. The scene where the Titans start hunting takes place after all the events of episodes 70 and 71. And there, as you remember, we saw the books of the TV men in the warehouse. The warehouse itself was visited by agents and found out about it and reported back to the Titans during that time. And the fact that the Plunger died in front of the Cameraman Titan's eyes also raised doubts in the minds of the Alliance as to whether a secret agent should be trusted at all if he kills his own agents. But that's certainly unlikely, and the more likely theory is still about G-Man. And whether we'll see where the Titans went only in 73 episode. Anyway, I'm waiting for your opinion on this in the comments. Well, now let's move smoothly to another equally interesting question from me. I asked him, was there really something important in the container? His answer surprised me a lot. I honestly expected just a short yes or no answer, but he wrote specifically what was in the container. His answer went like this. The container contains the last unfinished project of the Skibidi scientist. It turns out that there is indeed, as I had assumed, some important device inside the container, and I was very pleased that part of my theory was confirmed. Of course, we are unlikely to be able to guess what this device is. However, considering that it was invented by a scientist, and especially since it is his latest technology, though not finalized, it is safe to say that it can help the Skibidi Toilets a lot in the future to restore their former greatness and go on the counterattack. I think that this device will be comparable in power to the Skibidi parasites, and just like the parasites for a while, will help the toilet army to get ahead again. But there's one very big catch here. The thing is that this project is not finalized yet, and it's not clear what stage it's at yet, whether it can be used already or if it will take more time. One thing we have learned for sure, and we have an answer as to why the Astro Toilet wants the container so badly, its contents are the key to a huge technological leap, or at the very least a big advantage over the enemy. The next question I got was about G-Man. All of you have probably seen or at least know about this gimmick. Yes, we are talking about more and more of his lasers, and each time this gimmick gets more and more real. The fan makers do not stop showing different kinds of lasers, and a huge number of guns, as G-Man out of all the villains most often received improvements, and so this prank has become a tradition in the community of viewers of Skibidi Toilet. And so I wondered if G-Man would become even stronger and get new enhancements, so that's why I asked him that. He answered like this: his current enhancements have yet to be revealed. This answer tells us that he may have some secret abilities that we have yet to learn about. For example, if you remember, this is what we saw and still see with TV Man Titan. Every fight he shows us more and more of his abilities. Judging by Boom's answer, we should also expect G-Man to reveal his interesting abilities that we don't even know about now. And in principle, it is logical, because G-Man currently has a core and a very huge number of new lasers. And so far, we haven't seen him in a full-scale battle to see all his powers, so we'll have to wait and see. And then finally, the most interesting and popular question. And as you might have guessed, it will be about the saddest event of episode 70. As you remember there, we were shown how the plunger, after talking to the secret agent, began to spark. And what is no less sad, in the same episode, died and DafuqBoom. But I, and a large percentage of viewers, still have doubts. So I asked him this question: will Plunger or DafuqBoom ever return to the series, at least in the form of a reference or a ghost? And he gave a very strange answer. His answer was, I think so. Of all the answers, that was the one he didn't give very accurately, meaning he decided to keep the intrigue alive a little bit anyway. And I also indicated in the question as a reference or ghost, so it's not very clear if they'll be back as full characters or just references. However, in my opinion, they will return sooner or later, and fully, because before the release of 70 episode was a puzzle leak. One of which, by the way, he threw us, if you remember. So in this leak, there was a phrase that for someone it's the end, and in the singular. With this in mind, I think that it was the scientist who really left the life, while Plunger and DafuqBoom, as well as Red Cameraman, have a chance to appear in the series. But I think it definitely won't be soon, and to bring them back, we have to wait for a major anniversary, like episode 80, and that at their return, I think someone will have to give their life. This is already, of course, only my guesses, but trust me, the next 3 questions you will learn about in tomorrow's video will surprise you even more. After all, you will learn information about Simp Cameraman, which last time DafuqBoom showed us in the Distant 57 episode. You'll learn more about Astro Toilets, and best of all, he told us a little bit about what to expect about the new arc, and will the Skibidi Toilet survive completely. To speed up the release of new videos as much as possible, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.